Hello everybody, I Dr.Sonam Bhatia welcomes you all to C2B. We will be discussing glycolysis today in a structured question pattern manner. This again will be a video series on carbohydrate metabolism where I shall be discussing glycolysis, gluconeogenesis, glycogen metabolism, TCA cycle and G6PD. In this video, however, I shall be talking only about glycolysis in a structured question pattern manner. Without a further ado, let's get started. Explain in detail, glycolysis is regulated at three steps involving non-equilibrium reactions. Justify the statement oxidation of glucose yields up to 32 moles of ATP in presence of oxygen but only 2 ATP when oxygen is absent. Describe how lactic acidosis results from inhibition of pyruvate metabolism. Structured question pattern है तो इसके marks distribution will be given. So let's now start with question number 1. So whenever there is a question on glycolysis, it is always a good idea to give a complete pathway first, starting from glucose to pyruvate. Here what I have done is that I have divided this into two halves. First, let's see what happens to glucose to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Glucose is converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate via a series of reactions starting from glucokinase or hexokinase. Here the enzyme converts glucose to its phosphorylated state, and that is forming glucose 6-phosphate. The phosphoglucoisomerase then forms fructose 6-phosphate. The phosphofructokinase 1 forms fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, which by the enzyme aldolase will be divided into two halves, that is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is also a 3-carbon compound, and are interconvertible by an enzyme known as triose phosphate isomerase. Let's now see the second half of glycolysis, where whatever dihydroxyacetone phosphate is formed, वो सारा का सारा glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate में convert हो जाएगा. So all the reactions after this will be multiplied by 2. That means eventually हमारे पास दो pyruvate बनेंगे एक glucose से. So glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is converted to 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate by the enzyme glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate to 3-phosphoglycerate by phosphoglycerate kinase, to 2-phosphoglycerate by phosphoglycerate mutase, and to phosphoenol pyruvate by the enzyme enolase. And eventually phosphoenol pyruvate is converted to pyruvate kinase. So here you can also see now there is requirement of 1 ATP at glucokinase, 1 at PFK1, and 1 ATP is formed at phosphoglycerate kinase step here. Another ATP is formed at the pyruvate kinase step here. And these two steps are rather called substrate level phosphorylation. क्योंकि मेजर फॉर्म ऑफ एटीपी जो बनता है वो ऑक्सीडेटिव फॉस्फोराइलेशन से बनता है, ये माइनर फॉर्म है एटीपी सिंथेसिस का. Let's now talk about the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase step. This step forms NADH, and 1 NADH is equivalent to 2.5 ATPs. Let's now see how we have to attempt such questions. After giving the overall view that shows that you know the pathway, you can now state that there are three irreversible steps: hexokinase, glucokinase, phosphofructokinase 1 and pyruvate kinase. Now most of the students use these terminology interchangeably, but hexokinase is an enzyme of extrahepatic tissues, glucokinase is an enzyme of hepatic tissues and beta cells of pancreas. Hexokinase का low Km है, that means it has higher affinity for glucose. Glucokinase on the other hand has a higher Km and has low affinity for glucose. Hexokinase is inhibited by glucose 6-phosphate, whereas glucokinase is not inhibited by glucose 6-phosphate. Here I have shown how glucose 6-phosphate is inhibiting hexokinase, but glucose 6-phosphate here is not an inhibitor for glucokinase. Let's now see the regulation at PFK1. This enzyme is an allosterically regulated enzyme. एलोस्टेरिक रेगुलेशन का लिटरल मीनिंग है कि एक्टिव साइट से हटकर एक और साइट होगी जहां पर समथिंग अदर देन द सबस्ट्रेट विल कम एंड बाइंड एंड विल कॉज द रेगुलेशन ऑफ दिस एंजाइम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जैसे कि इस केस में As you can see, glucose is converted to fructose 6-phosphate via a series of reactions. Here I am focusing only on the reaction by PFK1, and then this fructose 1,6-bisphosphate again via a series of reaction will form pyruvate, acetyl-CoA which reacts with oxaloacetate to form citrate. जब सिट्रेट बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है, यही इनहिबिट करता है PFK1 को, दैट इज फीडबैक इनहिबिशन. लाइकवाइज जब TCA साइकिल बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा, बहुत ज्यादा ATP बनेगा, तो यही इनहिबिट करेगा PFK1 को, दैट देयर इज नो फर्दर रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ ग्लाइकोलाइसिस. ऑल्सो अगर AMP ज्यादा है, दैट मीन्स एनर्जी स्टेटस ऑफ द सेल इज वेरी लो, दैट विल also cause activation of PFK1. In addition, there is another very important compound called as fructose 2,6-bisphosphate जो PFK1 का allosteric activator है. This fructose 2,6-bisphosphate will be discussed in detail in the next video on gluconeogenesis. Then the regulation of pyruvate kinase, it is regulated both allosterically as well as covalent modification of enzyme. Let's first see allosteric regulation. The activator for the pyruvate kinase is fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. That means जब fructose 1,6-bisphosphate ज़्यादा बनता है, it ensures that pyruvate kinase is active so that more of acetyl-CoA can be formed which can enter into TCA cycle to generate ATP. But यही ATP जब बहुत ज़्यादा synthesis हो रहा है, तो it will go back and inhibit the pyruvate kinase. So that is allosteric regulation for pyruvate kinase. Let's now see covalent regulation. The covalent modification here, glucose via series is converted to pyruvate, एंड यहाँ पर ये एंजाइम पायरुवेट काइनेज फॉस्फोइनॉल पायरुवेट को पायरुवेट में कन्वर्ट करती है. नाउ जब भी ग्लूकोज, ग्लाइकोजन, ग्लूकोनियोजेनेसिस, मेटाबॉलिज्म की बात करें, हमेशा कहानी ग्लूकागॉन से शुरू करना. इट इज ऑलवेज इजियर टू अंडरस्टैंड. लेट्स सी हाउ. जब ब्लड ग्लूकोज हाई है तो हार्मोन इन एक्शन विल बी ग्लूकागॉन which via cyclic AMP pathway will come and phosphorylate the enzyme for pyruvate kinase. This enzyme जब ये phosphorylate हो जाती है तो ये inactive form में convert हो जाती है. But जब blood glucose कम होता है तो insulin which is the hormone of action will come and will remove this phosphate group via its protein phosphatase 1 activity, and now this pyruvate kinase will be dephosphorylated, but it is now active. In a nutshell, when blood glucose is high, pyruvate kinase is phosphorylated and inactive. When blood glucose is low, pyruvate kinase is dephosphorylated and active. Let's now answer the question number 2. Oxidation of glucose yields 32 moles of ATP in the presence of oxygen. Let's see how. इस क्वेश्चन को अटेम्प्ट करने का एक तरीका ये है कि आप वो एंजाइम्स लिखें जहां पर ATP या तो बन रहा है या कंज्यूम हो रहा है, एंड देन यू राइट द नेट गेन ऑफ ATP द वे आई हैव डन. इट इज वेरी सिंपल, एंड इफ यू सी द वे वी हैव डिस्कस्ड ग्लाइकोलिसिस अर्लियर, आपने बस यहाँ पे इतना लिखना है कि ग्लूकोकाइनेज में -1 ATP था, PFK1 में -1, ग्लिसरल्डिहाइड में 5 ATP इसीलिए क्योंकि 2 NADH बन रहे हैं. I told you everything after glyceraldehyde will be multiplied by 2. Same for phosphoglycerate kinase, pyruvate kinase, PDH and TCA cycle. Everything here will be multiplied by 2. And when you take the net, it will become 32 ATP. Also now see the oxidation of glucose in the absence of oxygen. Here all the enzymes are same, बस एक lactate dehydrogenase step मैंने ऐड किया है जहाँ पे 2 NADH कंज्यूम होते हैं, and that makes it a minus of 5 ATP. PDH step यहाँ पे नहीं होगा और TCA cycle भी नहीं होगा because these two steps occur only in the presence of oxygen. That makes it a net gain of only 0.2 moles of ATP. Now let's answer question number 3. Describe how lactic acidosis results from the inhibition of pyruvate metabolism. Now, there are many other causes of lactic acidosis like severe anemia, mitochondrial enzyme defects, inhibitors like carbon monoxide, cyanide, malignancies, diabetes, renal failure, hepatic failure, seizures, certain drug toxins. But here we shall be focusing on the pyruvate dehydrogenase step, which if deficient can result in lactic acidosis. Now here the pyruvate dehydrogenase is a link reaction between the glycolysis and the TCA cycle. During this step 2 NADH are formed and 5 coenzymes are required: thiamine, lipoic acid, coenzyme A, FAD and NAD. I have a mnemonic that says tender love and care for Nancy. That helps you remember the 5 coenzymes required for the pyruvate dehydrogenase. Now, suppose if somebody does not have pyruvate dehydrogenase, or as seen in alcoholics who are deficient in thiamine, in them pyruvate can accumulate, और जब ये pyruvate accumulate होगा तो it can form lactate and that results in lactic acidosis. Now, let's also see what is Warburg effect. Usually, a normal cells, when it takes up glucose, it will metabolize it to pyruvate and it will then enter into TCA cycle. But the cancer cells, indeed rapidly growing tumor cells, metabolize glucose to lactic acid even in the presence of oxygen. And this process is known as Warburg effect, which was given by Otto Warburg. So that is all for now. Yes, I'm social. You can contact me on Instagram at Dr.Sonam Bhatia C2B and at Facebook at Catalyst to Biochemistry. Thank you. God bless you all.